And see, some of us think that the punishment for not obeying God's choice is that he sends you to hell. The punishment for avoiding your calling is actually a happiness plateau. You see, many of us won't admit it, that there is a ceiling on our contentment. There is a lid on our happiness because we're operating outside of our calling. In fact, friends, God has set it up in such a way that you can never experience complete satisfaction until you get all the way into your purpose. In fact, there's some adults that won't admit that the reason we have discontent, the reason we have so much jealousy, the reason we have such unrest is because we have supplanted the Creator's design in place of our own judgments and wants. In other words, God doesn't punish you for being out of purpose. Being out of purpose is actually its own punishment. Do you realize, friends, that you are ultimately fed by your calling? Remember in John 4, Jesus said, "My food is to do the will of him who sent me." In other words, he's saying, I'm fed by my destiny. I am revived by my destiny. I am not depleted by my destiny. I am completed by my destiny. In other words, friends, death penalty is not the punishment. We are sentenced to something much worse. In other words, when you avoid your calling, you are sentenced to a life sentence of unsatisfaction. So that even if you make money, you're not satisfied. Even if you get a big house, you're not satisfied. You may have a German automobile, but it won't satisfy you because the trophies of hard work are not what satisfy. It is participating in God's calling that ultimately brings you peace. And my prayer today is that somebody would start thinking just a little bit differently, where you stop with this experimental existence, where you try to figure out God through trial and error. Is there anybody at a place that's just willing to say, Lord, what is it that you have for me to do?